the Grass League, in my opinion, is exactly what the golf world needs. I have had the opportunity to interview one of the founders of the Grass Leagues, Jimmy Hoselton, and that interview is coming up in seconds. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please be sure you do so you don't miss anything, and I appreciate the support. Also, I will leave a link in the video description below for the Grass League so you can see all about it. And now we're going to learn from one of the founders himself how this new phenomenon is taking over excitement and entertainment in the world of golf. Well, Jimmy, thanks for joining the podcast, man.
Absolutely.
This is great. I first saw, I don't know the first time I saw Grass Leagues, but I heard like rumblings of it a while ago. But then when I finally saw it, like at the, I guess your championship in December, was that it?
Yeah, championship December 4th, 5th, and 6th of just a few months ago on Peacock.
I knew that something special was happening. It seemed like to me.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it's starting to take off. Everything starts slow, and it takes a little bit to get the golf world to buy in, but it feels like it's not slow anymore. It's going.
So tell everybody what it is, the Grass League, and how it's. I want to know everything about this because I'm
Right.
just intrigued. I think it's
No.
I think it's awesome.
I appreciate that, and big fan of your content and your show. And I heard you're playing in the qualifier.
We are, yeah.
Let's go. Is
Yeah.
that public? Do they know? Does the world know? Are they ready for you?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for me. Yeah, I'm playing with Mike Reifus, former Golfholics.
Cool.
So we play really well together. So I think who knows?
Nice.
But yeah, we're going to be out there.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, I mean, so the story of Grass League and Grass Clippings is it's a long one. We could be here for quite some time, but to get you up to speed, we're golfers. There's four founders. Few of us played competitive golf and have loved the game forever, right? Since we were young kids, and all based out of Phoenix, Arizona, and we just wanted to have back in 2018, excuse me, back in 2018, really just wanted to host a high stakes golf tournament here in the Valley. Just because Scottsdale is such a big golf market. You could argue it's the biggest golf market.
Yeah.
Maybe Jupiter, I don't know. But it's up there, and then alongside that, we were always against strokes. A couple of us are plus handicaps, and we would play, folks that we would be given 14 strokes, and we'd just get crushed, right? And we're like, "Are you really a 14?" And so we're like, "How do we have a really high stakes tournament and get everyone to participate, but eliminate the stroke thing?" And we felt like the par three concept. If you take the driver out of someone's hand, that's a huge start to handicap the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of strokes. Well, that's where most people's handicap probably gets up there.
Losing a ball or two
Yeah,
with the driver.
right.
Right. So we said that's a good start. There is a par three course called Mountain Shadows here in Paradise Valley. We called up all the best golfers and got everyone together, and had a huge Calcutta that got to $300,000 and had a good golf tournament. And that was in 2018, and we're like, wow, par three golf is exciting. And so basically, 2 years after that event, we're like, hey, there's something bigger here. And then alongside that, why can't we play in prime time? Why can't we play under the lights? And so we put a pause to it and said, hey, let's bring night golf to Arizona. And as you know, we're only aware of 20 par three golf courses in the country. And of the 20, there's really, five that have like quality lights, 18 holes, um, and are maintained at a high level. And so
Hmm.
we said, all right, we're gonna go find land. And we went on what ended up being a 3-year journey and found 93 acres in Tempe, Arizona on Mill Avenue. Went to the city, said, hey, this is our vision. We want to put up lights. We want to redo the restaurant. We want this to be a destination. We want music, and we're going to make this the spot to be. And in the back of our heads, we're like, hey, if we get this done, I think there's a great this is a great launching pad to create a high stakes par three golf league.
So, I mean, one, I love it because it really is open to anybody. Like you can be old, you
100%.
can be young, male, female, it doesn't matter because it's short, of course. And I also think I was thinking about this. There's a lot of courses that are struggling with water or just around the country, or they don't get the play. They get the course conditions are horrible, and they try to rebuild and it just never works. And I was like, what if they start maybe formulating their course more like in a grass league style format, shorten it up, make it more accessible, like you did, music, fun, bring
Yep.
excitement to it. I
Yeah.
don't know. In my mind, that makes sense, especially if you're not getting the visitors you need.
Right.
Okay,
100%.
so you then the city approves you, you get the course.
That was July 1st, 2023. We got the keys.
Dang, okay.
Yep. So raised some money, quite a bit of money, dumped it into
Mhm.
the course. Our first hire, which is pretty cool, is was the head greenskeeper at TPC Scottsdale.
Wow.
So we said, hey, which is the biggest golf tournament in the world, and we said, hey, we're gonna do something special. We're gonna put lights up. I know you probably are. You could argue you've got one of the best jobs for his career, right? Maintaining TPC. So it was a tough sell, but then it was an easy sell. We said we're going to put lights up, we're going to do something different, and we're going to make this nationally recognized quick. Do you want to be part of it? And so his name's Scott Hebert, and he said, let's do it.
Wow.
And that was critical to us because we're like, the course needs to be in great condition and the greens need to be perfect. So that was our first hire.
Okay. So you get the course going and then
Get the
but the grass, so then this grass league, did you immediately start off with that concept of this team, you know, league format?
Yeah, we in the background, um, we uh, we got introduced to Social Leverage, Howard and Tom, and who are great vision guys and just great people in general, but helped us kind of build the business on the back end. But we said, you know, the live was just coming, the
Hmm.
live was just happening, and YouTube golf was obviously big, but it's huge now, and we said let's sell franchise teams regionally throughout the United States and brand these teams and have them compete under the lights for a big purse in prime time.
So
And
you went out to sell these franchise really without people even seeing the product yet.
there was nothing, and so credit to these people, these groups. It's groups, brands, really. I'll run you through the franchises here in a little bit, but we pitched them and said, "Hey, we have a course. The lights are about to go up. The vision is this. Do you want in?" And the first couple took a little bit of time to get in, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's do this. This makes sense. This could be big."
Had you, what's your background in like
So
business? Like, because you're just knocking on people's doors basically and saying, give me buy a franchise, basically.
Yeah, they weren't cheap either.
What price point are we looking at?
Uh,
What could
the
you share
first,
about that?
yeah, I mean, the first team sold for 160,000.
Okay. I'm sure they're more
So
now.
yeah, they are more now. They are, which is whether even if you're a wealthy individual, like it's 160,000 is 160,000.
Still, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot
You
of money.
And then you don't even know what you could be throwing money down the toilet for all they know, because there's really nothing. It's not like you're buying the Dallas Cowboys. You're
Right.
buying the Dallas Horsemen or what, one of the
Right.
or
Yeah, I got the Hollywood hitters on here. And yeah, at
exactly.
the time you're like, yeah, no, you're saying it perfectly. Like what, okay, I see what you're saying, but what is there anything there hadn't been a tournament yet,
And
really.
you hadn't done anything like this in the past. Like your background is in what?
So like I said, our my brother is our other co-founder. Our father is a golf developer. So we got to watch him build golf courses as we grew up. We were very fortunate to see him build some great properties, and we were tied into the golf world on that side. And then I gave pro golf a 4 year run. Um, wasn't good enough to do it for a living, but made some great friends along that journey. One of them being Parker McLaughlin, short game chef now, who had a good run out on the tour, and he said, "Hey, come caddy for me." So I caddied for him for a season on the web.com at the time, PGA Tour, mini tours, whatever it was. And so we were well connected in the pro world as well. And then just living here uh, in the valley, we were, around tour players. But so background is, and then I had my real estate license, was doing some real estate stuff here in the valley. So it really was golf and real estate, and that ended up being a great thing, purchasing real estate in and then developing a golf course.
I was gonna say you must have had the best business plan ever, because that's you know to not have really. I mean, you got a golf background, but you don't really have like this didn't even exist. No one was doing anything like this, and the live was it's very different because they got
Right.
hundreds of billions of dollars behind them. They could do anything they want. You're kind of grassroots, organic, like from zero to it's looking like it's going to be pretty good
Yeah, I mean, zero to a contract with NBC Peacock.
in the first year,
And in the yeah, in the first year.
basically.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean this entire season is live on Peacock. We're talking about potentially going live on Golf Channel and to all the way like I know you had Matt Kendrick on here recently to having you could argue those guys are the leaders in golf content in
Mhm.
the United States, right? Maybe. Like Barstool does well. There's other great groups, but in my opinion, Matt Kendrick uh, is the leader and had like they're in the league, right? So
Yeah.
the league is healthy. We have the Hollywood hitters is Marty Fish and Adam Thielen and uh the LA team is Dave Roberts, and so we have some big hitters in this league early. And then we're going to sell a few more teams, and those teams could be big announcements here shortly.
I want a team. Gotta save up some money. How how do so the teams they buy their franchise and then they can choose four people, correct? Tell me how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, I'll tell you how it works. So the team buys their franchise. They
Yeah.
go they go through a branding process. So before they buy the franchise, we kind of vet, who's going to be part of it. Typically, the team's syndicated with either a brand or celebrity or well capitalized group, whatever it may be. They go through and we say, kind of, we vet who's in it and then what state region they're buying. So it could be Colorado. We haven't sold one in Colorado. They pick Colorado. They go through a branding process and bring a new logo to life. And then the franchise is theirs. They have the ability to go field anyone they want. To your point earlier in our discussion, it could be male, female, of any age, pro or am. We don't care. We like to say if you can make it, we'd love to have you. And that could be, I think the PGA Tour has been a little hesitant on whether they want to let their players play in our league. We'd love to have them, like I said, but the tour's got a business to run. So the Live has showed interest, and it seems like any of those players are able to play. But
Hmm.
so this the first full season. Franchises will roster 5 2-person teams to start the year, and
Okay.
so um, they come to this May event with a roster of 5, and then there's a qualifier which you're in,
Yeah.
and there's 108 teams, and the top 25 teams go to the first ever Grass League draft,
Okay.
and potentially the first ever golf draft that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Unless you
don't
know of some.
um gosh. No, there's no, not that I know of, there's never been the Ryder Cup kind of could be considered a draft, but
It could be.
you're kind of just picking two or three or four, five, whatever it is these days, six players.
Right. Yeah. And you
So,
kind of, yeah.
but to be on a franchise, this is like the NFL draft or any sports draft, really. You,
Yeah.
that qualifier is kind of your combine, and
Correct.
then you're on a team.
Correct. Yeah. And so you can fill out a player application right now, and you're on our website, and owners and GMs can go through the website and see free agents. They could contact you and say, "Hey, I saw your handicap, saw your background. You want to be part of the team." So you can get on the team that way, or you
That's what
go
I'm
through
going
this
for.
qualifier. Yeah. Go through the qualifier and get drafted. And so then the franchises will draft 2 teams in this draft. And so they'll have a total of 7 2-person teams on their franchise to start the season here in May.
Okay, so every team will have seven two per, so 14 players per team. And
Yep.
then how many play in the events? Because
Uh,
you're doing the first event, the 2-day event, right?
yep. Yep. May
In,
2nd and 3rd.
okay.
And they will play 6 teams. So they have to start their 2 drafted teams.
Oh,
And then
okay.
of the 5, they'll start 4.
Wow. So
So
there's
there's
a lot
4.
of
Yeah.
players.
That's the US Open of the Grass League. It's the biggest event of the year. Yeah, there's 6. There's a ton of players. So it won't all be night golf, just given that it's May and the sun's going down, at call it 7:30. But yeah, golf will happen all day, and then ultimately the leaders will play mostly at night, and the tournament will finish into the night. But big field
Huge field.
and all sorts of different players. Like the December event, Allison Lee, who's a top,
Hmm.
100 LPGA player, was in a playoff with 2 50-year-old gentlemen, past Corn Ferry guys, and so it's just cool to see, you know, all these different types of whether LPGA or past, guys in their 50 or 20s or collegiate, whatever, playing on the same tee box for the same purse under the lights in the same event. There's really nothing like it.
There is nothing like it. And I think when you do the two-person scramble, it gives you an opportunity to compete against high-level professionals and still
For
have a
sure.
shot. Especially since
No
it's a
doubt.
short course, you're hitting an 8 iron or whatever to the green. It's really going to come down to putting.
For sure.
Putting,
Yeah,
and you're going to have to hit quality iron shots for sure. But like, it doesn't take Tiger Woods' physical ability to roll a putt in the hole.
for sure. And no, you're spot on. And just last month we had our Minnesota Muskies. They played, I don't know if you saw, they played the Ironheads, Kevin Nostine.
Wow.
And so it was 3v3 scramble under the lights here in town. And it went to the 17th hole. The Ironheads ended up winning. But to your point, we're talking about, Kevin Na is an elite golfer, 5 PGA Tour wins,
Yeah.
uh, and is doing just fine on the Live Tour. And the Muskies in the Grass League took it to the 17th hole with him. So to your point, like we like to say, if John Rahm teed it up in this May event, I'm not convinced he would win. I
Wow.
I I really believe that.
Well, it's interesting. It's like when you go to those putt-putt championships and these guys with these funkiest putting strokes in the world never miss. You know,
What is the? I've still yet to. I'm so interested in that. What is the? How are they so good?
it's just I don't know, but they have figured out that they've cracked the code for them, at least on how to putt on these
Right,
mini golf courses, the mini golf or whatever it is. And I don't know how they do it, but that's the one thing they do. And
right.
so I think like in this, like the Rolling Hills grass clippings, how it's 18 holes, but what's the par?
It's all par threes at night. So um, all par threes, and we have anything from I think the shortest hole is like 105 yards, and then the longest is maybe 220. So it's
Hmm.
a real, we call it a championship par three course. It's not a
Yeah.
chip and putt. You got to hit real quality big boy shots, but the driver is out of the hand.
Yeah. So at night, so for the qualifier, they shorten it down because there are some par fours out there, correct?
Yeah, so the course is it's a par 59 during the day and
Got
a
it.
par 54 during the night. We have five par fours out there, which are
Okay.
converted to par threes at night.
So at night, it's all par threes.
Correct. Yeah, and all grass league events is all par threes too.
And how many? Okay, I got a couple more questions. One
Yeah,
is,
I love it.
well, you sparked some intrigue. And how many current teams are there
There are 11 franchises
currently?
currently. We are going to sell two more this year.
Are those going to be sold to anybody named Bryson DeChambeau?
Maybe after this podcast.
Because you mentioned the live was
Why
kind
would
of
he not buy a team?
hello,
Let's get
right?
him in. Yes, get him
Him
in.
or Kevin Na.
Uh,
Some live.
there is potentially a live team announcement. I don't know if I can say the name. It is not Bryson until you get this out in the world, and maybe he hits us up and it is him.
Well, then
But
it could
as
be
of
Kevin
right now,
Na
it's not
because
him.
Kevin Na was out there. He had a good time, so it might be Kevin Na.
It could be Kevin Knight. It
And he
might be.
doesn't.
It
He
might.
lives out there in the desert, doesn't he?
I think he's actually at in Vegas, which
Vegas.
is the other desert. Yeah, he's
Okay.
at the new Discovery place. What is that? The Summit? Summit. I think he
That
plays
what
at
it
the
is.
Summit. Yeah.
Okay, so we got potentially a live team,
Potentially a live team and then potentially a big time golf creator. Big time.
big time golf.
Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of followers.
I mean,
And then
that would
and then
be
I would say the third is a big time athlete. Athlete. Those are the three.
big time athlete. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say the athlete's got to be a basketball guy.
Could be a basketball.
That would be my guess. The golf creator, I mean, I could see Rick Shields doing it, but because he's tied in with Live now, this could be his thing. But he's traveling so much. He's doing 14 events with Live. I don't know if he would have the bandwidth to do this as well. But he might put
Right.
together creator friends to be part of his team.
That could work too. You're all over it.
But I'm not on it.
Yeah, you haven't nailed it yet. I'll say that. You haven't nailed it yet.
Okay. Okay. I'll let the people in the comments guess who's gonna.
Yeah, guess. I think we'll probably make an announcement here. I would say sometime in March.
I mean, I can see Grant Horvat doing it.
That'd be cool.
He's like lots and lots of subscribers.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Potentially a girl creator too. That's the last thing.
So that would be Paige.
Could be.
Paige, she might do it.
Paige would be cool.
Okay.
Like I said, you're all over
I'm close. I'm dancing all
it.
right. That's interesting. I'm excited about this. All right. What else do we need to know about the Grass League before we let you go?
Yeah. I don't know. This has been a fun conversation. I just love talking about all of it. What else about the Grass League?
Well, tell me, you're going to have this event in April, May, and then what's after that?
Yeah, that's perfect. So three major events this year. When we say major, those are the ones live on either Golf Channel or Peacock, one of the two. In between those tournaments, we'll do matches like 2v2 9 hole with franchises, and that'll be on the YouTube. Um, but I guess something to know, our first away event, we've only had two events last year that kind of got the league moving. The summer grind is what we're calling it as of right now, will be either in Texas or California at the end of August. And so that'll be our first time hosting a Grass League event outside of Arizona.
Are they all under the lights?
So kind of what I discussed earlier, it's really hard to find a quality lit golf course here in the United States. We want to, I think in 2026, we'll probably go to one of the lit courses in Florida. Um, but the problem with leaving for this year for the summertime is it's just so hot.
Yeah.
And so one of them, we haven't committed yet. If we go to Dallas, it's probably under the lights. If we go to California, we're talking about having it at Goat Hill.
Love that place.
Yeah.
There's
So,
no
and
lights
converting it
there,
to a
but
par three, no lights. We might throw a light or two on the last couple holes and incorporate lights towards the end of the tournament. But just a good vibe. Municipal is part of the league, and they're based out of Oceanside right there. And we're friends with Ashworth, and the community is great. And the sun goes down late, so we'd still be able to go live in prime time, which is what we like, and we love the course. So haven't committed, but that is what we're looking at. What do you think? Let me ask you, do you think all of our events need to be under the lights?
no, not necessarily. I think that's definitely a key, you know, a branding element that you have. And I think
Agree.
how much does it cost to add lights to a golf course? I mean, it's not cheap, but my question would be like courses like Goat Hill Park or some of these other ones, if you were going to come there, why wouldn't they throw up lights or
Right.
install lights?
Yeah. So I think there's a couple things. I think there's certain courses that just there's zoning issues that they literally can't have lights.
Hmm.
Um, I think Goat Hill could probably do it. I know we're friends with the Turner guys who put on the match and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, and I know that they've thrown up lights at Shadow Creek, and it is a big number.
yeah,
It's a big number. It's expensive to do it just for one day. Now, why
mm,
more courses in America don't just, I'll throw it out there. We spent probably 2 million to put our lights up in Tempe.
that's not bad.
It's 2 million's a lot of money, but it's not bad. I agree with you. And it's why do more courses around the United States not do that? I don't know. The only thing I can think of is zoning.
Maybe I would guess that would be the only reason because I would think that, hey, if I can get another 3 hours of golf out of you when the sun goes down, then you're going to buy more drinks, you're going to eat more food. There's going to be a whole nother atmosphere after the golf. You're just going to stay
That's
there.
just a fact. You come to Tempe, you'll see that.
I've been there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's to me, yeah, I think you could recoup that money pretty quickly.
Agree. And we're hoping people do it. Like we'd love to build a couple more venues, grass clippings, lighted par three with some par fours or whatever. But we hope other groups do it too. I think night golf is great for the game.
I think it's fantastic. And then courses, I have to throw this out there because this is the beginning stages of this type of golf. If I own a course, a regulation
Yep.
golf course in San Diego, I'm going to
Okay.
install grass leagues tee boxes. So every hole's a par three. If
Yep.
people want to play a grass league format, and from that point to the green, I'm going to work on getting lights in.
That's precisely what we did. There was par fours out there, and on those par fours, we added the tee box and just put the light on there, and then at night it's all par three. I agree with you. I think we're gonna see more soon.
Well, they want golf to, to grow, to be more fun, a little bit easier. Like, let's just stop hitting driver so much.
Yep.
It's easy. It's
Yeah.
the easiest club to hit, more easy than it used to be, but
Yep.
it's just a lot more fun when you're playing faster, shorter course. Play a two-man scramble with your buddy. Why not? Why can't you do that?
I played one last night. It's the best.
I love it.
It's a
Less pressure
blast.
on you, to be honest with you.
100%. I it's just fun. And you still get all the shots in, and that's Grass League is very bullish on scrambles. That's our format. We're sticking with it.
I love it. Well,
Yeah.
Jimmy, I love what you're doing. Congrats.
Appreciate it.
And I'm looking forward to the qualifier. Unless a team reaches out and picks us up ahead of time,
You might get picked up right now. It's free agency at the moment right now. So
I bring some decent amount of free advertising,
that's for sure.
and I could
What's
chip.
best part of your game? Can you chip and pie?
Yeah, I mean, my short game's pretty good,
Right.
and my irons are good. I'm a good
Figured.
iron player.
Figured.
Yeah,
Well, I think you get picked up by next week.
that'd be nice. We'll see. Either way,
We'll
we're
see.
gonna have fun. I don't care.
Cool.
We're gonna have a great time. I can't wait.
I'm excited to see you out here, and yeah, if you get out here a day or two early, let's get a round in together.
Okay, I know. Yeah, we want to get out there and do a practice round or two.
Yeah, and if you want to film some content and do some stuff, like we're the course is yours. Let us know what you need.
Love it. You guys are the best. You guys are doing something. And what my favorite part about this is it's really like natural, organic growth. And that is exponential. Once it starts going, it ain't gonna stop.
I appreciate that. Yeah. No, we feel the same way. We're working hard and we're not forcing things. Like you said, like we want to make sure we do it right and the right people are part of it. And so we're excited. It's going to be a big year, and I think this May event is going to be very competitive.
Yeah. I'm no, I'm practicing a lot.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, get out there.
I know. All right, Jimmy. Take care. I appreciate your
I
time.
I appreciate you having me.